So now we're at the back of the house. It's a slightly smaller backyard, so in order to make sure I get the top of the house, I'm probably going to have to off-center slightly over to this side to make sure I can still see the top of the house. This isn't always possible. Sometimes you do have to make a compromise and you won't quite see the top of the house. Just try to make sure that you attempt as best you can to sort of choose an angle that's going to show it to its best. If you take a look over there, we see we have a bag and a pallet. If this was not this house, I would probably be asking the homeowner if they had a chance if they could move those out of the shot so we don't have them in there, so it looked a little bit nicer. Same with this black bucket, anything we can to ask the homeowner to make it just a little tidier so it looks like great for the shot. Usually for a house, a home 360 package, we will shoot an exterior pan in the backyard and the front yard if they're looking nice. The backyard is an incredibly important selling feature in most homes. It's a place where kids can play, and the front obviously shows the frontage, the neighborhood. So both of those are incredibly important pans that are really important for our clients. So it's usually a good starting place when you're thinking about your pan locations. Once I get to the back, it's incredibly important that I level my tripod, check that everything is nice and straight all the way around before I start my pan. Whoop. It's a little wonky, don't worry about that. And as before, we'd be shooting all the way around and taking exposures at each point so the stitch or the processing team can stitch everything together. If you were to make a mistake and wanted to let the processing team know that you wanted to restart the pan, you just hold two fingers in front as a take two and take a photo, and that will let them know, or when you're labeling, that you want to start again. So you finish your pan, you've taken your 8 shots, you've rotated it all the way around. The next thing you're going to do is shoot your stills. So when you think of your backyard space, you need to always take at least 2 angles. It's incredibly important. There is the back of the property, so it's what the people will see when they look out from their windows, what they'll see from the backyard, and also the back of the house, so sort of the back of the property. So make sure to shoot both angles every time you shoot a backyard. So as long as it's a nice day, you can generally hand hold for about a 60th of a second, sometimes down a little bit lower. So I'm just going to put this tripod over here, get out of my way, and I'm going to shoot my yard shot. So as I said, you're generally just going to try to show the backyard, show how large it is, include any sort of extra features. This little patio area over here is a little dirty. The patio over here is looking a little nicer, so I'm just going to take my still over here, show the backyard. And then I need to make sure I also take a photo of the back of the house. Back here. So looking at the back of the house from this side, you can sort of see that this is the tallest part of the house. So this is actually going to be the awkward angle to shoot the back of the house. So it's probably better if I go to the other corner and shoot it from this side instead. Try to avoid being reflected inside the mirror or like the windows, because you actually will reflect. And from this side, yes, the house looks way nicer, a little bit straighter. So it's always nicer to be away from the tallest part of the house. And if you want to make sure to cover all of your bases, I would make sure to move my tripod from that far corner, but I would also shoot this far side. So now I have 4 angles of the backyard, and I've pretty much got all my bases covered. So that's the backyard.